Ooh, so extra. Oh, look at that blue sky is so blue. How awesome is this? This is my favorite season. Sweater weather. It's sweater weather. Look at this. Oh, I love it. Okay, I'm just taking a break. I was out here harvesting from the garden. Let me share. Let me share. Let me share. So the vines didn't last, but the tomatoes are still good. Hold on, let's see. Where's the flippy? So I have a bunch of green tomatoes. I'm not a fan of green tomatoes. I'm not really a fan of tomatoes. But my son's been cooking with them and it's been working. So those are all the ripe ones that are in our fridge. Those did great. We got tons. So I might gift those to our community here. And yeah, it'll be fun to share and exchange in that way. But I wanted to speak today in regards to speaking up for those that don't seem to speak much at all. I'm talking about those thinkers in your life. There might be, hold on, bug going down my shirt. Fantastic. Okay. Knew that fell off. Okay. So I want to share, and so I know that for some of you in my life that you see me and you get to hear me speak and share my mind and thoughts a lot. And some of you don't think that I really speak much or say much or have much to say. So I just wanted to kind of take you a little into my story. You see, I'm coming from having had the experience, and this is not just a childhood experience, but I still experience this from time to time now. Okay, well, let me get this angle's better. There we go. And that is silencing. I get silenced a lot. And in my childhood, almost on a daily basis, I experienced being told to shut up often and from everywhere. On the playground, in my own backyard, like my neighborhood, catching the bus. Goodness. In the class. It was always on my report card. She talked too much. I just talked at inopportune times. So I was not talking at a space where it was a good idea to talk. I understand that now, having done the teacher aspect and taught in school for a little bit. And yes, there is a great time for students to share and express and talk and get their thoughts out. There's a great time to do their work, and there's a great time for them to listen and then receive the instructions and in order to do the work properly. So there's a time for everything. But from what I realized, and this is with being in many groups, masterminds, and coaching people, is that a lot of the people who seem like they are quiet and always pensive and thinking, they're probably just having those full-out conversations in their safe space, which is in their head. And in that space, I know personally, I have, like, the relationship I have with myself, the conversations I share, the jokes that go back and forth in my head are fantastic. I absolutely love it. And there's a few that I do share it out with openly. And I say a few because they get my sense of humor. They get the full picture of what it is I'm expressing from, and they get my humor. They get the backdrop of where my humor is coming from. And I appreciate that I've been gifted to go through such an experience that I can share that with others, that I can stand in that space, I can see what they've been through. As they tell their story, it creates such a beautiful picture in my mind. And most times, the way that picture is formulating in my head is very similar to how they experienced it. Because I think I'm a good listener for most people. Some people I'm not. I'm sorry. There's just some people I'm sorry. I apologize that I'm not a very good listener for how you share. And yeah. And that will grow as I grow. But for now, yes. So I just wanted to share that sometimes that thinker in your life, that person that's always thinking inside their head, they're dealing with a lot of trauma. And I'll have to say trauma, backlash that they experienced in the past that shut them down from choosing to use their voice and express openly. I'm grateful that my, we'll say, inner self or chatty self decided, hell no, man, I don't keep talking. I don't know. What's your problem? You got a problem. There's nothing wrong. And just kept talking in my head. So I've continued to kind of fight back inside my head against that dialogue. And right now, I'm in the process of helping to build that skill up so that I can better share with others. And you know, it's funny because I feel like I've said this before. Maybe it's deja vu. Maybe it's because I was currently or previously working on the skill to build that up and practicing it. And then I went through something again and kind of shut down. So I'm here, I'm back. I continue to grow in sharing my voice, and pretty soon I'm just so excited to get the opportunity to be able to share more openly and professionally with all those around me. So anyways, just thought I'd put that out there for all those thinkers out there that yeah, are having all those extra conversations in their head. You know what? Look around and find those safe spaces. They're there. And there's a lot more of us out there who have been through a lot of the same stuff. So let's start sharing. Let's start sharing our voice. Let's start voicing our dialogue and our story and connecting more with the people around us and inspiring those around us as well. All right. Have a great day.